Hello learners, welcome to Learn to Empower. In this particular video, we will be looking into the modern Indian thinkers, that is from the ethical point of view. We cannot differentiate between the ethical thinkers and the modern thinkers or the people who are fought against the Britishers, because the freedom fighters who fought against the Britishers have implemented the ethical way of living or ethical way of teaching in one part of their life. So the first and foremost personality that we cannot forget is Mahatma Gandhi. Right, what is his ideology? His ideology is primarily focused upon ahimsa and satyagraha. Right, now his ideology was primarily influenced by the Jainism teaching, but the importance of Mahatma Gandhi, he given the practical way of approach how the teachings of the Jainism can be implemented. The next important personality is Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was an educationalist. He was a person who gives about the how the education has to be taught to the childrens, right, because of which he also started Shanti Niketan in West Bengal, right? And he also a personality where he talks about the people should be interconnected, right? He talks about universal citizenship. The political boundary should be vanished over the period of time. When the Bengal division was happened, he was very much against the Bengal division, right? He talks about universal harmony of society, right? This is how the modern thinkers have given that how the society should be in this particular manner. Next important personality is Swami Vivekananda, where he talks about inner motivation, where he says that the you can achieve anything with when you have confidence, kind of thing, right? Next, he is a personality who talks about the service to man is service to God. He given this ultimate way of serving the God is nothing but helping each other. He also talks about equality in the society. Next is the Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo, if you find in the early part of his life, he was involved in a lot of extremist activities, but over the period of time, he turns to be spirituality, and he started a movement which now today we call it as Auroville in Pondicherry. Right. The next important personality, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar was the stunning personality because he was also the chairman of the drafting committee, but he was made as a drafting chairman of the drafting committee because he is the right person to understand what a social discrimination that he has undergone and how the society can be reformed over the period of time. If you remember, if you study the autobiography of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was not even allowed to drink the water from the common pond where the dogs and cows were allowed. Right, now this particular community, the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar community where he belonged to, it was not allowed. Right, so by this we can understand that he advocated for the social reform, right? He talks about the marginalized sections of the society should get the power first, then they can reform the society. But Gandhi's way of teaching is different because he talks about the change from the heart, but B.R. Ambedkar's way, the change can happen with the implementation of rules and regulations, right? The next important personality, Jiddu Krishnamurti, right? I want you people to look into what is the Jiddu Krishnamurti's teachings, etc. I want to discuss one important personality, that is Periyar E.V. Ramaswamy. E.V. Periyar Ramaswamy is from the Madras presidency at that time, and he started a movement called Self-Respect Movement. He also talks about, and he is a personality who started the movement against the temple entry. Right, now by this we can understand that the E.V. Periyar Ramaswamy was giving the idea about equality in the society. Next important personality is Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, where he talks about religious unity, etc. And he was also an educationalist. And the next slide we'll be looking into Vinoba Bhave. Vinoba Bhave was a Gandhian, right? He was a Gandhian. If you remember, he was main personality involved in the Bhudan movement. He talks about one philosophy called Sarvodaya. Sarvodaya talks about welfare of the all. Antyodaya is the poorest of the poor should be get welfare of the government. That is given by Gandhiji, where we also seen in the terms of talisman, Gandhi's talisman. But Sarvodaya is welfare of the whole. Vinoba Bhave is a kind of personality where he involved in the Bhudan movement, etc., where he collected a lot of land for the distribution of the poor, right? Upliftment of the poor and marginalized. Right, by this we are coming into the our modern thinkers. In the next videos we'll be looking into the thinkers of Western society. Till then, take care.